Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante from San Salvador. We're at the offices of Accelerate, a company that helps businesses move down here and incentive. And we're going to learn a lot about what the companies are doing and the new tax laws here. We're in downtown San Salvador. It's beautiful out. So thank you for joining us today. Why don't you tell everybody you know, your name and what Accelerate is and what it does for people.
Yes, my name is Francisco Molina. I'm a Salvadorian lawyer. I have like 15 to 20 years experience. I work for companies here in El Salvador. I, I, I am a partner of Accelerate. Accelerate is a new company. I'm the legal consultant, the legal specialist of Accelerate. We are beginning with legal services, and we are attending all these tech companies, all these cryptocurrencies companies who are coming to El Salvador, and we're glad to have you here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really interesting to have, I've been traveling around the country for about a week now and seeing all the new kind of new businesses and construction and people that are coming here. But also I've noticed there's a sense of hope here because after all the years of the gang violence and the civil war, and now it's more safer than it's ever been, and with all of the Bitcoin investment, that really seems to like change that overall attitude. What have you seen as an El Salvadorian? How have you seen it sort of change just in the last couple of years?
Yes, I think we have a very disruptive government. Our president is very disruptive. Also, the Congress. Um, there's a lot of new laws which have been passed in the last couple of years, like the Bitcoin law, and more recently the law that incentivizes all these tech and AI technology, etc.
So let's talk about that. Tell everybody who's watching this in America or wherever what these new laws are that incentivize technology and other types of businesses that come down here.
Yes, there's also not just this law that I mentioned before. We have laws that also incentivates the establishment of renewable energies. There's also laws which incentivates services or international services. For example, companies which have clients abroad, like call centers. You know, call centers. And there's another laws which are very interesting, and I think that there's a lot of interest in El Salvador for foreign investors like you, like any others that we have been talking about.
Yeah, we were talking earlier. I mean, it's really interesting to see, well, first of all, the incentivizing of, you know, sustainable energy, solar,
Yes.
wind. I mean, there's the new volcano mining project, which is pretty impressive. And also talk about there's like big tax incentives. So what are if somebody has a company that wants to come down here, um, tell us what the tax incentives are,
Yeah.
and then how Accelerate can help.
Yeah, we can help you to incorporate a company. That's at the beginning, and we can also help you to give you all the legal assistance that you need to to get the licenses for all the Bitcoin purposes, for all the providers of Bitcoins, like exchanges, like trading companies, etc. And we can also help you to get these incentives. You will have to file and ask to the Ministry of Economy or to the 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 Salvadorian IRS. You will have to ask them to give you these incentives. We can help you with that.
What are the incentives exactly?
And mainly the incentives are related with the income tax. and also with sales tax, also for the tax that you pay when you buy equipment abroad, etc.
And so, yeah, so if somebody, that was explained to me, if somebody buys equipment in another
Yes.
country, and before this law, if they wanted to bring it into El Salvador, they were charged
Yeah,
a lot.
from 15 to 50%
Wow.
of the amount. Yeah,
And now
of the
you
bill,
can bring the equipment in
tax free.
tax free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, that's impressive. And obviously, there's within these incentives, as you were explaining to me before we did the interview, part of the incentive is you have to hire a certain number of El Salvadorians. That's the goal, is to get more El Salvadorians jobs, right?
Yes, yes, but it also depends on the law, because as I said before, uh, you have this new technology laws. You have the law that incentives all the renewable energy, and there's another law. It depends on the law,
Mm-hmm.
because there's also a tourism law which incentives all the laws related to tourism. So it depends on the law.
Right. So if you wanted to come down here and start a hotel or a surf school or something like that, or what if, let's say, I wanted to come down here and start a business where I had a vegan smoothie store that also sold or rented surfboards and a surf shop.
That sounds interesting. It will work as a tourism project. Yeah.
Really? And if I put solar panels on it?
Then it could work as a renewable energy project.
All right, guys, you heard that. I'm going to maybe start a vegan smoothie surf shop down here. That would be awesome.
Yeah. And there's another point. There's another important point. If you come to El Salvador and you start a company, and the company it's related with all this stuff, you can also apply to a residence.
Oh, walk us through that process. How long would that take to apply for residency?
It depends. If you are the owner, if you are the legal representative of the company, the process is very easy. It's not complicated. It can take from 3 to 4 months.
Okay. I like this vegan surf shop smoothie idea, man. Like this is
With residents
with residents.
included.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So if I open this, now that I'm intrigued about opening this vegan smoothie store that's also as a surf shop, um, how many, and let's say I had 5 employees, how many of them would have to be El Salvadorian? All of them?
No, no. At least 4 of them.
At least 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's about 90%.
90.
90%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good to know.
Mhm.
That's the point, is to give locals jobs. Oh man. Well, now you've given me an idea, Francisco. I think I'm going to open up this vegan surf shop, because there are some good vegan restaurants here. And what about, same thing if I wanted to open? What about a yoga studio? If I wanted to open up a yoga studio, does that qualify for some of these
It
incentives?
can be a hotel with a yoga studio.
A hotel with a yoga
Yeah,
studio.
or a little hostel.
Mm.
Hostels like the ones that are in El Sonte.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Something not too big.
Not too big.
Mhm.
Okay. And what would the minimum investment be for something like that?
For a tourism project, it starts from $25,000.
Okay. All right, man. Now I've got ideas going all over the place. Okay. Is there anything else anybody should need to know, if they were interested in bringing their business or starting a business down here?
I think the best way is to know El Salvador. Come to El Salvador and give it a chance.
That's the thing. That's why I came down here. I wanted to see for myself. I've always wanted to see things how they're done myself. And I want to ask you just personally, as an El Salvadorian, how do you feel having grown up living here your whole life?
Proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
proud before when there was all the other stuff going on?
I'm proud now, than I was before. More proud.
Yeah. And how do you see, like, what's getting you the most excited about, like, the future of El Salvador?
Well, I think that it could be a hub like financial service hub, like countries as maybe Panama, maybe Singapore. We have a lot of potential in all these tourism related things, and we also have a lot of potential in all these matter with renewable energy. For example, there's a lot of projects, as you may know, and I think we have a potential. Mhm.
That's great. Yeah, there's a lot of hope and potential here. All right, and tell people if they wanted to learn more about Accelerate, if they had questions for you, where would they go? What's the website?
Yeah, the website is www.acceleratesv.io.
AccelerateSV.io. So thank you so much. Support what we're doing, guys. Go to grahamelwood.com. I'm going to be posting, there's way more videos I'm going to be posting about my trip here in El Salvador, other interviews, so you can get a really good sense of what it's about. But I would encourage you to come down if you really want to see this, especially if you're a Bitcoiner. I rented a surfboard with Bitcoin. I've gone to the grocery store. I took a yoga class, but it was at night, and so the office was closed, so I couldn't pay for yoga with Bitcoin. That I really wanted to do. I really want to do yoga, but so yeah, come down for yourself. Go to grahamelwood.com. Support all the things we're doing.
You can also pay with BTC to us.
Oh, for your services. Yeah. Look at that. So you can get all these legal and financial and tax services, and you can pay them with Bitcoin. All right. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth, everybody. Shave your knuckles for justice. And we'll see you back in El Salvador. Boom.